Hey, all, much love. Hey, it's been a while since I've actually been on camera here. And, while I'm setting up for my next podcast for a client, I was like, I thought I would actually kind of release a little bit with you all. And one of the reasons why I haven't been on in a long time is I really kind of pulled back my energy from anything that didn't serve me. And why would you do that? One of the biggest reasons that I saw, and this only makes sense in hindsight when these things happen. I had no rational reason to do this, but as the solar eclipse came, and I don't know why, I felt this strong urge to maybe not talk to my friends as much, maybe remove some of those relationships that didn't make me actually feel good. And I'm sitting in this point of myself going, why am I doing this? This is so psychotic. And as I went through that process, and this actually spanned a couple months, but as I had these relationships to drop off, and as I was actually kind of narrowing in on myself, some really cool things started to happen. I really could start to hear my own voice. And that's an important thing, because how often do we actually do things because other people, or we think other people are paying attention, or we think we're serving someone else? And pulling back energy, at least when I used to hear it, it was like this punitive thing, like, I'm pulling back my energy. And that's not what this is. I mean, you can interpret it in which way you want to, but pulling back your energy, in my point, was, okay, I'm going to find out who I am. As I go through life and navigate, I'm going to sit in my own authority. And a magical thing happened along the way. Not only did I start to hear my own voice and that inner knowing, or I should say it kind of expanded. But I was able to kind of sit within the moment. So as I'm living my life, I'm no longer sitting, well, I'm doing this because of this, or at least subconsciously, I'm doing it because of this, I'm doing it because of that. I'm literally saying, doing this because I feel good about that. What a gift. What freedom that is. And I'll tell you, at least from my perspective, everybody has different ones, but from my perspective, I'm a lot happier. And this is why I want to share this with you. It's like, what would happen if you just did anything you wanted at this moment? Like what I'm doing right now. I didn't plan this, guys. I mean, I have a little script that I, when I journal, that I kind of went, but I didn't plan this. This is just I wanted to share with you in this particular moment. So by bringing back your energy, or pulling into yourself so you can sit in silence with yourself without all the noise coming in. And what would that look like for you? What would you discover in that process? Would you come down? And one of the things that did happen, because it wasn't all songs and fairies and puppy dog tales. When I started hearing myself, I actually started to confront myself, which is kind of a neat thing. And, some people call them ego deaths. Some people call them shadow work. I don't care. I'm so beyond that. But I was able to kind of sit down with myself and start to look at different little aspects of myself, not from a point of criticism, but actually to start to love those things. To really, truly love those things. Because that's another piece of this puzzle, isn't it? Because when we can sit in silence and we're not subject to other people's opinions and scrutinies. We don't give a shit. Okay. Then we start to work into that programming that's in here. So, the 50 years that I have of people telling me how I'm supposed to be, that's all sitting right here. And I could kind of sit down and look at that Or have a conversation with it. Go, is this really serving me? So I invite you, maybe you can't take 3 months to go do this. And that's fine. Trust me, that is more than fine. It was a bit extreme even for me. But I invite you to take a half day and turn off your phone and go walk out in nature and, go find a tree or go sit on the beach. I don't care what you do. Go be with yourself. Because in the end of the day, that's all you really have. I'll put some other things out talking about aspects of these few months. But for this one, all I want you to think about is be if you were just yourself. Just your energy, your thoughts, your love, all in front of you, with you, right now. Hope this serves you. Much love.